pull up everything on here. Pull everything up real quick. Pull this. Okay, so that ain't working. Oh shit. Alright. This over here. Oh, so it popped up on there. It's just not on here. That's cool. What's up, everybody that's in here? Y'all be asking me about how I mix my beats. I'm doing it right now. I got to mix like 15 beats. Ain't nobody saying nothing. What's going on, people? Put this on full screen. What's up? What's up? I appreciate you tuning in. About to mix these beats real quick. Try and get this stuff ready for, you know, later or whatever I'm gonna do with them. Do I ever talk to Lil Wayne? No, I haven't had a song. I mean, not haven't had a song. I haven't been in the studio with Lil Wayne. I have a song with Lil Wayne, but I never met him. Actually, I could actually say I have 2 songs with Lil Wayne, but I never met Lil Wayne. And it's crazy when you look up my credits. He listed on my credits with BMI and everything. Put this back up here. How many tracks is this? 14. Hey man, skip school, bro. Just skip it, bro. It's like, nah, I'm joking. Stay in school until you figure out. I mean, I don't know how old you are, so I'm assuming you probably in high school or you might be in college, but you know, take time. Even if you in high school, take time to work on your own thing, man, because it'll pay off. I was making money when I was in high school doing MySpace layouts and stuff. See, I have a whole bunch of presets, so when I load my stuff, it's already where I want it and everything, so I'll be good to go. Right, let me hear what this sound like. What key is this in? Sharp minor. You 15? Oh well, you good. Stay at school and just work when you get home. Just put that time in now, because if you start now, well, I mean, you probably already started, but I'm saying if you stay consistent with it, you'll be good. For real, for real. That's by the time I started. Nah, don't drop out of high school. I got some young people in this stream, man. Y'all make sure y'all start working on stuff y'all enjoy doing now, so that way y'all can turn it into a business. Like, I'm telling y'all, 4 years could change a lot. Even when you in high school, you can start a little business and be building up from there. learn and grow. That's real. All right, man. Hey, man, if I could donate one, I would if I had one. These my two computers right here. But we all start out like that. Everybody start out with a crappy computer. At least I think everybody do. So it's the first beat. I got so many beats to mix, and I got other stuff to do. So hopefully I can finish all these before I have to do everything else I need to do today. Let me see. Should be good to go. I can't believe I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 more to mix, man. Essentially, yes, you get 50% of a song when it comes to your like performance royalties and stuff like that. Unless you work with other producers or unless you negotiated something different. Because it's all about what you negotiate. But it seems like traditionally, yes. Who do you live with? I don't mean to ask, but is your income good as a producer? The situation with me is I have plaques. Well, not plaques. I have 2 plaques for one song, and I have other songs out, and my stuff is not up here. Like I never keep that stuff in my workspace. I always had it in like my living space, and that's just because I don't want to get distracted. Not distracted, but think like, oh yeah, I did that, I'm done. But no, when you get a song like that, you get situations like that. You make enough money to where you can sustain. I haven't had a job since 2014, but I mean, I do other things. Like I have either investments that's growing my money over time. I do this YouTube stuff, which is a little bit of money, but it helps. I sell my beats, put out my own project, you know, do different things to bring in more income. You know, like this camera, I've made money doing stuff with my camera. So it's like, you just got to find ways to make more money. I mean, because the music stuff is like this. You up, you down, you up, you down, you up, you down. Like your pay is literally like this. Even no matter how much, like if you get 100,000 and you are one of the top people, that 100,000 could drop down to 50 and go back up. You know, it's a roller coaster. I'm not saying that I get money like that, but I'm just saying. Alright, let me get back to this real quick. I'm getting ready to put out another project soon. I need to put up the tracks from my last project on here. I haven't did that. I ain't answering no specific questions about money. Just know it's still bringing me money, and the song came out in 2014. I ain't going into the specifics. I ain't crazy, but I still get paid from it. So I'm gonna leave it at that. Like when it's on TV and all that, I still get paid from that. So yeah. It's demonetization day. Gotta work extra hard now. It's not. I don't think it's even that complicated to even do that. You just gotta really be putting out content consistently. Producers can become rappers. If I wanted to be a rapper, I would do that. But I have artists that I think I'm gonna work with and just start putting out their stuff. Like I have my YouTube platform. YouTube is probably my biggest platform, and I know how to put stuff on SoundCloud and not SoundCloud, Spotify and Apple Music. Some people think that that's a hard thing to do. It's really not. And I'm like, I start dropping stuff on there. We do the split sheets and everything, and we just keep it moving. And people removing tags, that's crazy. I mean, I've had situations where that happened. I mean, but if you are doing stuff with people that, you know, if you are legit working with somebody, like I wouldn't mind if somebody removed my tag for whatever reason at first, and then when I get the track back to listen to it or whatever before we release it, I'll throw my tag back on it. You know, that's not a big deal. Because sometimes your tag might get in the way of what they're doing. Sometimes people rearrange stuff multiple times, and if they rearrange stuff multiple times, your track will end up getting, you know, I mean, your tag can end up getting moved out the way and all that. Do you enjoy working when you want, or do you have like a set schedule? I pretty much work when I want to work, but I mean, I have a set schedule in the sense of like I wake up in the day and say I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to do this, I want to do that. Anyway, shows how on YouTube. That's crazy. Removing tags. That's crazy, but I mean, at the end of the day, if somebody steal your beat and you know they stole your beat, I mean, unless they paid you, I mean, if they paid you for it and removed your tag, I mean, it really depends on the case by case. But yeah, I don't know. I have to look that up. But yeah, like I was saying, I usually have my own schedule that I set for myself. I mean, I enjoy doing this. Like I said, I haven't worked for anybody else. I enjoy being able to do what I want when I want. But, you know, you still got to have some type of structure. You just can't be out here not doing nothing. I agree with what the chef said. You know, people go through all that effort just to take a tag off. It's like, why? You know, because they never know who the producer may have been, who the producer might know. You know, something that could possibly help them. Of course, you gotta pay taxes if you do anything. If you sell bags of chips on the street, you have to pay. You're supposed to pay taxes. I feel like that. Appreciate that, AB. make so many beats, man. This is crazy. I've really been slacking on mixing these, but I need to have some more because I'm going to the studio later and I just want to play them. So I gotta make sure I'm good. And I agree with the chef. Like, even when people steal beats, it's like, man, that could backfire on them because if a song blow up and the record label need to know who the producer is, you know, if you got all the files and everything, you could sue them. It'll cost a lot, but you could sue them. Alright, what's this one? Gee, I can't believe I gotta mix all this stuff, man. What was I thinking? I haven't mixed the beat since the 6th. I don't even know what sound this is. Okay, so that's that. Put that. I'll probably make that go there. Put it on the left. Probably put this here. Put it on the right. Let me see. Put this here. Here. I'll make it that. Put it over there. Put this over here. This right here. 13. Nah, let me raise that up to 10. Probably right there. Right there. Put this right there. Let me see real quick. 14. 11. Go here. Okay. Yep. Look at the comments. And nowadays, it's literally how do you make a brand for yourself? Like, look at Lil Pumpy. Producer, he just built it. That's true. It's all about your brand with anything now. Like, everybody can have their own brand, so it's like your brand is everything. There we go. compressed at all. Some of it. That should be good now. So let me go ahead and I had to quantize the clap and the crash. So let me go back. Export audio. Take this off. Take this off. Save the clap and crash. So that's why it's important to listen to your stuff before you export it, because you wouldn't have made a mistake like that. It's fixed. Alright, let me wait for that to get done. Good morning. Hope all is well, man. Hope you're doing well this morning. Let me go ahead and take that clap out. Where's that crash? Alright. Got to go to, where is that folder? Projects. So I gotta go through documents, native instruments, machine to exports, fixed. Go to clap. And here goes the crash. Let me play it, make sure it sounds good still. Yes. I don't really like this beat. I'm still gonna save it though. It'll probably be something I'll find a home for it. So, speaking of which, I need to put up a beat on my store. I forgot about that. I'm all over the place. It's called No Surprise. That's cause I named this beat No Surprise. Probably because I didn't even like this beat. That's the crazy part. I'm still gonna save it though. Somebody else might like it because I don't like it. Yeah, I saw that Native Instruments is updating all of their sounds. It'll tell me how to transfer each track individual from Logic. From Machine to Logic. All you do is you go to export and you put them in a folder and you just drag and drop them into Logic and they all pop up. I'm using Logic right now. I use Machine to make my beats, but I mix them all in Logic. I appreciate that, man. I don't know. I'm very picky when it comes to my beats. Like, to me, that's a beat that I toss away. But let me go ahead and start another one real quick. I got too many beats to mix today. Probably not even gonna be able to get all of them done before I leave, which sucks, but that's how it is sometimes. Again, that beat I made yesterday was dope. I just didn't get a chance to mix it. I don't even remember what this beat was. New subscriber, shout out to you. I'm gonna change the animation. This was a sample, so I wonder what it is. I really wonder what this is. Let me see. What do you mean by how did I get the resources in the start? Like, where did I get like the money to invest in myself, or what you mean by that? Because that could mean multiple things. 10. Nah, put that at 7. Put that up here. What looks difficult? Mixing this stuff. Another new subscriber, James Washington. Shout out to you. Yeah, I appreciate you being a fan of my beats, man. I just be working. What's up, Jeremy Brown? Let's see. Hopefully you hear more of my beats out on the radio and stuff soon. Y'all better enjoy this live stream. Tomorrow I'm doing Fortnite live streams all day. New season starts, so I'm gonna try and do a long live stream, like something I've never done before. Never done just a long video game live stream like for some hours. So tomorrow I'm gonna try that just to see how it goes. I don't even remember what I sampled. Hopefully it's nothing that'll get me flagged. How did I start music production? I was bored one day and I had I had a DJ equipment, not DJ equipment, DJ program. I forgot what it was even called. It wasn't virtual DJ, it was something else. And then something on it was like, you should try Fruity Loops. So I downloaded Fruity Loops and I sat there and yeah, I just sat there and played around with it when I was bored and started making beats. And it was like little 10-second loops and stuff. I didn't know how to get it outside of that, but eventually, you know, it led up to where I am now. So let me see. What that one comment said, don't forget about the small people. No, I never do that, man. I don't think anybody's small. You never know who anybody is. For real, for real. My volume is low. Can y'all hear me now? Since I'm facing this direction, let me check and make sure the audio's still coming through here. I don't want to turn it up all the way, because if I turn it up all the way, it's gonna be like blasting in y'all ears. But I will turn it up some if y'all let me know that it's all low. So if it's all low, I'll turn it up some. Like, so I just don't want to be like, I could turn it up like that, and that's some more. But I don't want it to be blasting, especially when I start doing this, because I don't want y'all to be. I want y'all ears to get damaged. Dang, I was about to say I didn't even put what scale the sample was, but I did. I remember making this now. I almost forgot about it. I made this on a live stream now that I think about it. To start, you really just need a computer and some VSTs. That's all you really need. A computer, a DAW, and some sounds. And the patience to want to learn. And I'm just glad I can inspire, man. And I really want to get some beats to Nipsey. I sent some stuff out to him, and I think, and I could be honest about this, I think at the time, like when everything started to pop, as far as like Try Me and stuff, I had good stuff, but at the same time, I didn't have good stuff for everybody. Like, my stuff was matching with Dej, and you know, that was years ago. And what that did was, that situation put me in a position to where I could just sit back and make beats all day long and do whatever like that. And then from there, I've sent him some stuff, but it probably didn't match him. It might not have sounded as good. Probably the mix probably wasn't as good. The drums probably wasn't hitting as hard. So it's like, okay, I didn't have anybody over me to help tell me, like, you need to do this, you need to do that, you need to do this, you need to do that. It's really just been me trying to figure stuff out on my own. And, you know, over time, I started to meet people who told me, like, yeah, you need to step this up, step that up, try this, try that. And then that stuff has helped me grow. So now I feel like, okay, if I ran into Nipsey, I could sit down and be like, okay, yeah, I would love to get a track with you. Here's this, here's that. Versus me sending emails to people and then the beats might not be where they need to be. You know, it takes time to learn that stuff. So because when Try Me happened, yes, I was making beats every single day, but I had just gotten into the point where I was making beats every single day, because before that, I was working a job that wasn't allowing me to make beats. I had a newborn son and all that, so it was just like I was busy with life at the time, so I was making beats maybe once or twice a week. Wasn't really caring about the mix or anything. I was just making the beats, throwing them up on YouTube. I ain't care, just here. But now I feel like I have quality in everything. I've developed my own sound. I know how to dip into other styles and bring it into my world and all of that. So now I would be able to be like, oh yeah, let's sit down and make a beat together. Or here's something that's better, that I feel like everything is quality, where I can sit back and be like, yes. Because now I'll go back and listen to those and be like, no, those are trash. My son is about to turn 5 in a few months. So, yeah. So I guess he wasn't a newborn at that time. He was about 1 year old, so he wasn't still a newborn. But at the time, prior to all of that, it was like he was a newborn, and it was just, life was just hectic at the time, working a job for 10, 11 hours every day, and it was just, you know, just wasn't, just a rough time, rough patch. Let me make sure I put the right tempo on here, and I didn't. 127. I gotta type this again. I gotta make sure that's right back here, because I pulled that up. Alright, go like this. Man. I'm not even, I mean, it's hard, especially when you got things that you need to do. But I mean, it's worth it at the end of the day. It makes you go harder. At least, like, I looked at it like, you know, at that point in time, it was just, I had to do something. I didn't know where my money was going to come from. I didn't know nothing, but it was a way. Like, I believe in God. And I said before, like, I don't try and push what I believe on anybody else, but I believe that no matter what religion or whatever you are, whatever you ask for, you had to put in the work to get it. So it was like I was sitting there and just working towards getting to that point. And eventually it happened. But is an interface important during the start? I mean, you could get one, but I mean, if you don't have the monitors and whatnot, like for you literally just to get started, you don't have to, it's not necessary. Like, I didn't get one until I started making beats in 2008, 2007, 2008. I didn't get an audio interface to probably about 2011, 2000. Probably 2012 actually was when I got an audio interface. Cause I was just using ICO or whatever it's called on FL Studio back then. So I didn't get no interface until back then, because I had no monitors. I just plugged in a stereo system into the headphone jack of the computer or the laptop, and I was just making beats like that. So it's not really necessary, but I mean, if you had the money to spend, and it helps, but it's not necessary at the beginning. In my opinion. That's just my opinion. Somebody else might tell you something different. See what this beat is that I'm about to do. I don't even remember what these beats sound like. B minor. Got a whole lot to do today. Like, I wish I gotta go to the dentist. I would cancel that appointment so I could sit here and just finish these beats, but I do not mess around when it comes to the dentist though. Like, I'll be like, no, I need to get that taken care of, make sure my teeth clean and all that stuff. But man, I feel like just being like, I need to finish these beats. I don't need to go nowhere till these are done. It's -8. I'll put that right there, actually. Negative. No, put it back at 8. That's it. I got the audio 6, good price, good deal, payment. Hey, that's dope. Let me see. Where can I put this? 7. Tell you, the way I mix is so tedious. This is literally what I do when I'm mixing my beats. And it's super, super tedious. Just be sitting here going through stuff, because like I said, I usually know where I want everything to be. And I've gotten compliments on the mixes before, so I'm like, shoot, they say it sounds good and these are some of the top mixing engineers in the country, then I'm going to keep doing this. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do with this bass though. I gotta do something to it because it's bass, not beta. I don't even remember this beat. I don't think I like it. DDS. That's what that is. I keep hearing the noise. See, it's like I always gotta listen. So I'm like, what is that? That just ain't hitting hard or loud enough. Let me turn it up. Some, see if I can get it. I'm like, what is that? DDS. You gotta go to file export. When you go to file export, you just export the audio like it's a track out and then just drop it in the Logic. Cause that's all you're doing is basically dropping the stems. I appreciate that, Doc. Yes, I am using a Mac. Thanks for sharing the juice. Hey, man, no problem. I don't even feel like I'm really sharing anything. Honestly, I'm just sitting here just mixing my beats real quick and talking. That's all. I ain't doing nothing too crazy. I gotta listen to this stuff in the car though. You know, also listen to it at the big studio to make sure that it sound complete. Cause when you go to the studio, the actual studio, man, they be having the music blasting. Like I wouldn't even blast the stuff in the house like that. People be like, "Why you listen to your music so quiet?" I'm like, "It don't be quiet to me. It be loud." Accurate, yes. So I mixed what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, 5. This is my 5th mix, and I got about 12 more to go. That's the one thing I miss about FL though. Like I used to mix my beats when I made them in FL, but now I don't do like obviously I don't do that. Man, oh man. Excuse me. I should put some of these beats in a playlist and have them in the background while I play Fortnite tomorrow. I like mixing in Logic. I haven't really made beats in Logic. I don't think it's too complicated to do, but I just don't do it. No, I don't mix with headphones because I don't really have mixing headphones. I got like the Beats by Dre's and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So with that, they have bass heavy and all that, so they're not really for mixing. I like listening to my stuff in there though. Why can't I mix a machine? I can. I just don't like the setup of it. And then you can't export to MP3s from machine yet. You might be able to, but last I checked, you couldn't. But that might be something to add in the future. But for me, I like this setup easier. And then on top of that, I have stems exported because when you send tracks out to artists, you're going to have to eventually send stems. Unless it's like mixed to a point. Like I have some songs that are out that weren't mixed again after I originally mixed it. They just had excuse me, the engineer used the 2-track which is just the MP3s and stuff, and then put the vocals on top of it. But a lot of times they need that, so instead of me going out and having to redo it, I have it stored somewhere where I can pull it up from my phone. If I'm out listening to beat to Lil Wayne, since we were talking about him earlier, and then his engineer emails me like, oh, we need this files for this, but I'm out somewhere, like I might be, let's say I'm out at dinner or something, I could pull it up from my phone and be like, all right, there you go, there's your link to it, blah blah blah, it's good to go. Instead of, no, I gotta go back home. But I mean, in a situation like that, if I had to go back home, I'd just go back home. No, I'm gonna check the comments in 1 second. I just want to get this one rolling so that way I can get it together. And this is why when people was asking me to do a mixing video, I'm like, don't copy what I'm doing, because it's not gonna work for everybody. Like, I already have my stuff set up how I want it, so it's not complicated for me to just drop in and do it. Like, this is what I've been doing for years. Like, I mean, when it comes to making the beats and using Logic, and it's like, okay, I know that I want this to be here, I know I want this to be here, and just like I'm doing now, like these hi-hats, I usually put the effect on it in Machine, but I forgot to do it this time, or I just didn't do it for whatever reason, so I'm gonna go in here. I already know what the exact one I use, so I'm about to go find the exact one and put it on there. Then I'm gonna go to it, and then I'm gonna change the little setting a little bit, and when I change the setting some, alright, that's where I want it, and I'm done with the hi-hat. Like, that's where I put it, that's what I want. I don't even remember what snare I use. Let me see. This is probably, I'm just gonna let it be a surprise. I'm gonna put it right there and let it be a surprise. I think I know which one it is. And it's like with my 808, I had to find, when I started using this 808 specifically, I had to figure out what worked for this 808, how I wanted it. It was, I didn't need to EQ it, but I wanted some type of extra stuff on it, and then I threw that on there, and then I played around with the settings, so I saved it. This is how I want it. So I usually want it like that on all the beats that I use the 808 on, so I drop it on there unless I hear it and I'm like, no, I don't want it on there. So I'm like, what works for me ain't gonna work for everybody, because we're not using the exact same sounds. Everything ain't gonna sound the same. I may like stuff different, and it's all a matter of preference. Like, I took a class on mixing, not because I necessarily wanted to, but because it was part of the school's curriculum when I was in school, and I learned a lot doing that. And it was all about your preference. Like, the teacher didn't care about how you did it as long as it sounded good. He was like, okay, that sounded good. He taught you about the stuff, but he didn't make it necessary for you to use it and everything. Something to it right here to check and see though. real quick. Answer the questions real quick. What did I name this? Let me see. Alright, let me look over here. No, I don't use FL. I have it. I just don't use it like that. My approach on panning is everything needs its own space. The difference between the launch pad and the stuff I'm using, I don't know, I never used the launch pad. I just assume that it's, you know, a different MIDI controller. My bad, could you show us how to export from Machine to Logic? This is crazy. All it is you just go to what is it? File, export audio, and then you pick your audio in Machine, like you make sure it's on all or whatever, so that way you get all the sounds. And then the loop or the range, just set it to all so it goes through everything, and go to sound as your sound output instead of master output. And it will all go into a folder. When it goes into a folder, you'll be able to do like I do and just drag and drop the folder into Logic, and then you'll be able to mix it from there. Like I'm doing right here. Like here's a folder of my tracks. You know, I just drop it right here. I had a tempo in the title, so I already know what tempo it is. So I set the tempo, and then I just get started. Or I set the key too. So I have to figure out. I usually type it in one of my tracks, the key of the song, so that way I can just go ahead and type it in here, and I'll label everything. So I already know, like, this is my keys. I know I like my keys right here, and I know they have a set of vibes going. So to me, when I have keys, do the keys sound better coming from the left or the right? It really depends on what else is going on in the beat. So right now, since I had some vibes in here, I'm gonna throw the keys to the left and put the vibes to the right because I think it would go good. But sometimes I end up switching stuff. Like in that last beat, I took the lead from the right and moved it to the left because it sounds better coming in from the left and the whole picture of everything. Yeah, see, that's how I explain stuff. Like I don't outside of that, I don't really know how to explain this stuff. It just be stuff that I'm doing, and it's like, okay, I'll do this way, do this that way. Now, let me see. I put this, like I said, put that over there. I need to move my tag over for this one because I can tell that it comes in down there. Oh, God. Well, here's an example of how I already put the effects on a track in Machine, because right now I see my hi-hats are going like this, like I see the wave, which means it's going left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. So I know I don't need to go pan it anyway because I already panned it in Machine. So now I'll just keep on mixing everything else, like leveling everything else and all that wonderful stuff. It's very tedious doing this stuff, man. Very, very, very tedious. But, and I'm going to a mixing workshop by my guy Mixed by Science on the 4th of March. I will be there, so I'm going to go and, you know, learn from him. Like you gotta take stuff from everybody. Like everybody have different opinions on what sounds good and what doesn't. If you ask a hip hop producer if a track sounds good, he might say it's dope. But then if you ask, or engineer, it sounds good. But if you go ask a country person, they might say no, and that's because they might like the bass levels different. You know, just stuff like that. Like everything is a matter of opinion. Some people like stuff that just sounds like it's not mixed at all. You know, so. It's all a matter of opinion at the end of the day. And I saw somebody ask, was I self-taught? For the most part, I'm self-taught. Like I took a class on it because it was a part of the curriculum, but it really didn't help me in a sense. Like it didn't really teach me. It taught me some stuff, but not a whole lot because we were really just doing our own thing. I learned like about compressors, distortion, delay, reverb, filters, all that stuff. Like it helps when it comes to learning about all of that. But outside of that, like actually when it comes to actually mixing, it's just all about the image. That's what I learned. Like it's about making it sound good. It don't matter how you did it, but does it sound good? Is it peaking and all that stuff? So that's pretty much what I learned from that class. So you only use your Logic and Machine? Yeah, for the most part. Like I'll open up FL Studio once a month. Maybe I'll open up FL Studio for a live stream tomorrow. Did I buy Logic? No, I bought it. It's not free on the internet. I bought it from the App Store. What's up, T Electric? Just saw you pop in. You chop in Audacity. I don't even have Audacity. How do you like Machine Jam? I love it. I mean, the only reason I don't have it up here is because if I was to put my keyboard right here, I would have to move a lot, like move it out of the way every time. So I just decided to put it up here. I can arrange without the jam. The jam is just sitting right here on top of my printer. So if I ever wanted to pull it up, all I had to do is just really move this out the way or move that out the way and use it. The stock machine sounds good enough. They're good, but I mean, you can always use more. There's never, you can never, in my opinion, you can never have too many sounds. I mean, you can get lost with too many sounds, but it gives you new ideas and stuff. And you know, as you continue to upgrade, stuff will start to sound better and better and better. Oh shit, I'm starting this like I'm using a machine right now. I'm not even using a machine. That sounds so quiet. I don't understand why this is so quiet. That's the halftime I put on there. I know that much. I don't like this beat because of that piano. But I'm not going to take the time to go fix that because it's not that much of an error. If I play it and somebody like it, I'll go back and change it later. How do you like the MK3? The MK3 is dope. So let me know what you think about it. As you see, I hate to say it, my Machine Studio has been in the box since I got the MK3. Like, the MK3 goes with me everywhere. Like, when I go to the studio today, the MK3 is going. I'm completely enjoying it so much. How do you feel about it? I love Complete because there's so many different options. And, like, I bought that when I was broke. Like, I took all my money and bought Complete. And the funny thing is, the first beat it was one of the first beats I made with Complete. I ended up selling it for $600. And then that beat ended up getting used for Dej Loaf's Sell Soul project. And it's just funny how that stuff happened. But yeah, I go back to, excuse me when I say you don't know where the money gonna come from and all that, but if you continue to work and push, it'll all happen. Just can't be sitting around hoping and wishing and all that. You gotta take control and make sure you actually working on stuff. I tried to tell somebody the MK3 was better than the studio. They wanted to argue, like, how is it better than the studio when it does the same thing? I just like it because it's portable and it feels better. The only thing I don't like is, like, when it comes to, like, the buttons, they get, like, scratch marks so easy. Like, I have a lot of scuff marks on my, the transpose or transport, I don't know which one it is. Buttons, the restart and the play, record, all those buttons are scratched. You said I should sponsor Native Instruments, or you mean I should be sponsored by them? Because they gave me, I worked with Native Instruments. Like, they gave me the Complete Control, the new one. They gave me the MK3. They give me the sounds and everything. That's how I'm able to get reviews up like that quick. And I see, yeah, the screen is better. How did I get into selling beats? Because I liked music, and I had music just sitting and sitting and sitting and sitting, and I was like, shoot, somebody could be rapping on it. And then it just over time it just started to happen. But I really need to post a beat on my store today because somebody wants to lease one of my beats and I didn't upload it. So I definitely need to do that ASAP. I keep forgetting to do it because I got so much going on. Like my days be all over the place. Like I still got so many more beats to mix today. This is ridiculous. I don't know how I let my stuff get out of control like this to where I had to mix this many beats. I hate mixing beats. But I refuse to pay somebody else to do it when I could do it myself. 20, let me see if I put that down to 13. Put this to negative 14. Okay, so I got another bass line. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do with it. 6, 7, 10. Okay, so my hi-hat in this situation is not panning, but I assume since I used the bass line that this is a different type of beat and I used the snap, so I'm not going to have the hi-hat going all over the place in this beat. I'm going to check it out and hear what it is, and I believe I should be good though. And see, even with stuff like that, like I could tell the different types of beats I made by what drums I use, by what type of bass I use, all that before I even listen to it. So that helps me figure out like, okay, I'm gonna want this here, I'm gonna want this there. We're gonna see how this go. Check real quick, see what this sound like. You save a lot of time when you put stuff where you always want it and you can always make changes later. You save a ton of time. Like all these effects right here are already set on how I want them. Did I export this? No, let me go ahead and export it. A minor. 20 BPM. And look at the comments. How many is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's my 8th one. Still got a lot to go. Yeah, I do need a secretary. I'll probably get one eventually. An assistant to help me with like, you know, answering emails, because I'm real bad at answering emails, answering DMs, because I be doing literally so much. Like even when I play the game, I'm doing something. Like I'm not playing the game just to play the game. Like I enjoy playing the game, but if I'm live streaming or doing anything like that, that's me growing my brand in the sense, because I play video games. You know, it's all about me. You know, I be all over the place, man. What's up, that blessed the girl? That's funny. I get a lot of females that either email or DM and ask me, do I think that female music producers can make it? And I'm like, I know so many different. I'm supposed to meet with a female music producer tonight, and it's just like there are so many female music producers out here in the world. Like y'all just gotta come together like the dudes do, or just meet up with dudes and it just be everybody working together. You know what I'm saying? But it's good to see one, at least one in the live stream. And there's another one, Cecilia. She supports. You got Meek. She supports. So I know a few of them. Let me see. Let me go back. Nice. That's what's up, bro. I'm proud of you. I appreciate that. Have I heard anything about the Studio MK2? No, I don't know nothing about it. I know nothing. But as soon as I find out and I'm allowed to talk about it, I will let you all know what I know. Like I said, when I find out, if I find out, because I can seriously say I haven't heard nothing about another studio. I haven't heard an update about any other machine. And then the thing about it is, I didn't find out about the MK3 until like maybe a month before it came out, I think. But it wasn't like a huge, like I didn't know it was in the works a year before it came out. Like, oh, it's in the, like, no, I didn't know nothing like that. It's just I found out maybe about 3 weeks to a month before it actually dropped, and then I got mine's a week before it was in stores, I believe. So I don't know anything, but as soon as I'm allowed to talk about it, because I don't want to mess up any relationships, like when I find out and they say, okay, you can talk about it on this day, I will go ahead and let you guys know what I know. You can't sell your beats without anybody stealing them anywhere. I mean, there's places like BeatStars and stuff that put your tags on it, but people still would download it and rap on it with tags. So I'll get over that and just start putting them up there. Start building your audience, like, you know, like this YouTube stuff. Like, you guys, I hate to say y'all are my audience, but you guys watch my videos, y'all tune in, y'all part of my community. So it's like, you build up your community of people that support you. Eventually there will be some rappers in there and stuff that will be like, hey, I'm looking to get beats or something, and you just figure it out from there. Going to go 10 to the kids. Thanks for the info. I'm gonna say this live. I'm assuming you said I'm gonna say this live, but hey, man, I appreciate you tuning in, man. I appreciate all your support as well. And the live streams automatically save on my YouTube channel, and I know I have like the same picture every time, but that's so I don't have to always make a different thumbnail, but the titles will be different. So, and you can look at the dates and stuff on there and figure out which one it was. Do you look for artists to collaborate with? I'm looking for some now. My Xbox been collecting dust ever since I started making music. That's how I be. That's how I used to be. Fortnite just took over my life. Like, Fortnite has been, that's probably why I haven't mixed so many beats, because I've been playing Fortnite. I'll admit that. I'll be like, oh, I made beats. All right, I'm about to go play Fortnite now. 137. And like I said, the new season's starting tomorrow, so I'm probably going to be on that literally all day tomorrow. Like, literally, I'm going to sit there and I'm going to live stream the game tomorrow for at least, because I think new season starts around 10 a.m. tomorrow. So if the new season starts at 10 a.m. tomorrow, I'm going to at least stream for probably about 6 hours straight. I should talk to them about an MK3 stand. Hey, I'll see what I can do. And to be honest with you, they check out these videos too, like the people that work there. So it's like, don't think that people don't see what y'all be talking about, because they be seeing what y'all be talking about, because they watch the videos, they share the videos and everything. So they're definitely paying attention to, like, the community and what the community wants. And it's like they reached out to me, like, probably about a year ago, as a matter of fact, maybe a little bit less than a year ago, but they reached out to me and was like, we see you on YouTube doing this, or reaching out to you and a few others, and da da da. And it's just like, I was shocked, like, man, they watching my YouTube. I'm grateful, man. If y'all watching this now, I appreciate y'all. Native Instruments, Mick Benjamin, appreciate y'all, for real, for real. Let me see, -7. Put this here. It'll be funny if I go take these beats up to the studio and then everybody be like, man, your mixing got worse. Then I got to go back to my old mixing ways. Like, I literally have sticky notes right here about where I need to keep my sound at to get my stuff going. How does a video game have seasons? Because they each season comes with different stuff, like different maps and different outfits, different weapons, different, you know, different everything. Like every 2 to 3 months, I believe it just changes to become something different. And I appreciate that because the game is free, but you just pay for like the extra stuff, like if you want extra clothes, if you want to change this, you want to change that, you pay for it. So I respect that a lot, and it's a fun game, like for real. Like it was sitting on my Xbox for a long time, and I was playing it by myself, and nothing was like it was just sitting there, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna play this one day, and then I started playing it, and I'm like, this game is addicting. All right, let me play this real quick. Okay, so this sound like it's clipping, so let me pull this beat up. What's the name of this? See, that's why you gotta actually, you really have to listen for this stuff. Because it may not sound like I'm actually listening, but I'm listening to it. And I just found out that it sounds like that's clipping, so let me go and see if that's the actual sound or if it's just, I didn't put a limiter on it. See, I do all that stuff in Machine before people think that I don't even use that stuff. I use all that stuff in Machine. But let me look at the comments while this load. What's up, King Live? You should talk to NY compression. Honestly, I don't even know what the difference between NY compression is and the other compression. So don't judge me on that though, please. Yep, see, I needed a limiter on it, and it's too late because I have the wave, so I have to go recreate the wave files for it. And hopefully I put it on the keys too. Or did the keys need it? Let me see. Yeah, they need it because that sounds terrible. So let me check. I thought it wasn't clipping in here though. Let me go ahead. Export those two because that's all I need to export to fix that. So if you're still in here, you want to know how to export. I mean, you probably can't see it, but I'm about to tell you exactly what I'm doing. I went to File, Export Audio, and this time I'm selecting my things and seeing what I can do. Hang on 1 second. I gotta go, y'all. I forget. See, be having a whole bunch of stuff I be having to do, but yeah, I will catch y'all on the next stream because I really do have to go right now, and I be messing around. So clipping is when it goes over the like into the red, and it makes like a nasty noise. So yeah. But anyway, y'all, I appreciate y'all tuning in. I'm about to go get prepared real quick, and I'll catch y'all later. I'll be right back. Got my stuff flashing. But yeah, I'll catch y'all. Sorry I gotta hit it like this, but I'll be